Today, let us reflect on something that every one of us must have experienced. There are times when we are completely exhausted. The body wants to sleep, but the mind refuses to rest. One thought reminds us of a conversation from yesterday, another imagines a problem that may arise tomorrow, and before we know it, we are having imaginary conversations, defending ourselves against imaginary criticism, and worrying about an imaginary future. This is overthinking. Thinking is natural, but when thinking refuses to stop, it slowly begins to drain our energy instead of serving us. Sometimes we feel tired without any reason. It is because the mind has been carrying unnecessary worries, endless comparisons, regrets about the past, and fears about the future. This is what makes us mentally exhausted. Overthinking usually begins with one small thought, then another joins it. Very soon, a whole chain of thoughts is formed. Without realizing it, we are no longer living in the present moment. One part of the mind is replaying yesterday, while another is worrying about tomorrow. And the present moment quietly slips away. With that goes our mental peace as well. The surprising part is that most of us do not even notice when this happens. Suppose we send a message to someone and they do not respond for a few hours. We immediately begin to imagine that they are upset with us. A family member comes home a little late and the mind starts creating fearful stories. Before an exam, an interview, or an important meeting, we spend hours expecting the worst, only to look back later and ask ourselves, why did I worry so much? An overthinking mind can create storms even when the sky is perfectly clear. So, what is the solution? The answer is not to stop thinking. That is neither possible nor necessary. The mind has been given to us to think, to understand, and to make wise decisions. But it was never meant to become our master. Our ancient sages understood this deeply. That is why our philosophy speaks so profoundly about mastering the mind. The Bhagavad Gita reminds us that the mind can become our greatest friend or our greatest enemy. In other words, the question is simple. Are we controlling the mind or is the mind controlling us? Our sages offered a powerful practice to control the mind, the practice of becoming the witness of our thoughts. Thoughts are like clouds moving across the sky. Some bring clarity, some inspire us, some are unnecessary. We do not have to get involved with every thought or react to every thought. The moment we stop chasing every thought, the mind slowly begins to settle, just as muddy water becomes clear when it is left undisturbed. And beneath all that mental noise, we discover something remarkable, that peace was never absent, it was only hidden. Just as clouds may hide the sun, restless thoughts may cover our inner peace but can never destroy it. The clouds pass, the sun remains. Thoughts come and go, but the awareness within us remains calm, steady, and untouched. That is real freedom. Not a life without challenges, not a life without responsibilities, but a life in which the mind becomes our servant instead of our master. So today, let us try one simple practice. The next time we feel like overthinking, let us pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and gently ask ourselves, what is actually happening right now? That one question brings us back to reality because there is no actual problem in the present moment. The problem exists only in the stories the mind creates. So, this one question brings us back to the present because life is never lived in yesterday or tomorrow. Life can only unfold in the present moment. And when we return to the present moment, the mind becomes lighter, the heart becomes calmer, and our decisions become wiser. So let us remember this simple truth that peace does not come from controlling every thought. Peace comes when we choose which thoughts deserve our attention. The greatest freedom is not freedom from life challenges. Greatest freedom is freedom from the habit of overthinking. When we learn to guide our mind instead of being controlled by it, we discover that peace was never far away. It has always been within us. Let us live more fully in the present and experience the joy and inner strength of a calm, steady, and peaceful mind.